Hey guys, so I bought Shako helmet with level 35 summon phantasms for the Black Cane build idea, but somehow I end up doing a summoner instead, and in this build I wanted to mainly focus on level 35 summon phantasms to see if it's worth focusing on. Now this is kind of a weird build and I'm still not sure how I feel about this build. The damage is there and I think it can scale pretty well, but I don't know the exact numbers because path of building is just completely incorrect about phantasms. First of all, the level is incorrect, then the damage may be incorrect depending on what minions you are using. I'm gonna show you how to kind of bypass that and for the most part figure out the damage, but I'm still not sure if it's correct. This may be either between 5 and 8 million DPS, somewhere like that. It does have a bit of ramp up time, and I kind of tried different setups, tried with the Herald of Purity at the start, but Herald of Purity requires a player to kind of hit against rares or uniques, and I was going with the Spectral Wolves as well, and Spectral Wolves like in general do really good damage, and the Squire is only 1 divine, which is like 100 chaos, maybe even less now, but I didn't really want to put myself in danger. I also had to like sacrifice the shield because Squire, and I also had to get enough accuracy and then also get attack rate. Like in the end it wasn't really worth going. It was too all over the place. I wanted to specifically focus on the phantasms. The reason why I first tried Herald of Purity with to automatically summon phantasms is because in path of building, and I already made a short video showcasing that and how it's incorrect. In path of building, the modifiers from the linked, how do I even say this? Let's say if you use Herald of Purity. If the Herald of Purity is linked to Summon Phantasm, this Summon Phantasm level will be based on this level. So if I lower this level to like level 14, the Summon Phantasm also goes down to level 14. You can actually see it in here. If I select Summon Phantasms and let's say Projectiles, look, raising level of this increases the Phantasm damage by a lot. It increases damage because two things. First of all, the level goes up and you can actually observe their HP. You can see that their HP is also changing, which doesn't really make sense, right? It should be level 20, so that's incorrect in path of building. It still has not been fixed for quite a long time now. Come on, path of building, fix it. Second thing is, it transfers this minion modifier, the last line. Minions deal 100% more physical damage. This gets transferred to Summon Phantasm. Also incorrect. And I tested that to verify in game, it doesn't transfer. Neither Absolution nor the other things. Maybe there's some kind of weird exceptions, but they may have all been fixed maybe. If you're using level 35 Summon Phantasms from the Forbidden Shako, you can't even simulate this properly, because if you increase, like you can see, nothing is changing if I'm changing the level of Summon Phantasm. So you have to raise the level of the linked skill. However, if you do that on Herald of Purity, you're gonna get like absolutely crazy damage because it's also raising the minions deal 160% more physical damage now, which gets transferred to Phantasm. So that's incorrect. The way I kind of overcome that is by using raise Spectres, but here's another problem. If I use raise Spectres in here and I select Phantasms, Projectiles, it's showing 217. Okay, so I would need to raise the level to 35. Which also makes the Spectre level well higher and their damage higher, so it messes up the Spectre's damage. So what I did is, and also look at the damage with level 35 Spectres. This is to raise the Phantasm level calculation properly in path of building. It shows 415,000 DPS per Phantasm. However, I get quite a lot more damage if I use Skeletons, which also do not have any minion modifier that would transfer to the Phantasms. So I'm not sure what's happening here. Why is Raise Spectre having lower damage when, for example, Summon Skeletons? You can see 652,000. Same goes for like some Raging Spirits and I believe Zombies as well. For some reason, Raise Spectres have less damage. I believe in the past, Skeletons and Raging Spirits and Zombies had like more minion damage multiplier, and maybe that is still calculated somehow in path of building. I'm not sure how it is, and I'm not sure which value is correct. I'm not sure. 415 times 15. Yeah, it's around over 5 million. So it's either this value or the other value. So I'm not sure which one is correct, but that's how I kind of overcome this this bug in Path of Building. And also you need to be careful, like if you're planning something with Phantasms, to check where damage is kind of annoying, because anything that increases plus levels to skill linked to the Phantasms will also raise the Phantasm level, which normally wouldn't happen because the Phantasms are support gems, and everything that increases the skill level would not affect the support gem. I already got fooled by that in the past with the Bronze Sleeve body armor, and I believe I was using Blink Arrow, Mirror Arrow. That also did not transfer to the Phantasms. So the build is actually feeling kind of nice. I decided to use Spectres, and these Spectres are, what are they called? Sandworm Chattel. You could probably figure out some other Spectres, but what I wanted from Spectres was a multi-hit and tanky Spectres. These Spectres do the Cyclone and also create like mini tornadoes. Those tornadoes are spells, but the Cyclone is attack. So that Cyclone still needs accuracy, and they don't have very good accuracy, but the tornadoes, they also hit very quickly, and it quickly ramps up the Phantasms. So this build is not ideal, I would say, for like Uber bosses or anything. You wouldn't really want to try that, because the ramp up time is annoying, and some bosses have long phases. You would lose the Phantasms. The Phantasms don't last that long. The Phantasm lasts for 24.6 seconds right now. So they wouldn't really last very long, and like I said, there's a ramp up time. You don't immediately get all of them, and I am using mainly them for single target, and I wanted Spectres to do the clear. By the way, you could, I guess, change some Spectre and have two of them. I'm not sure if it would be enough to ramp up quickly enough, but the other one could be something utility, like action speed, arena masters, I believe. I'm also using kind of weird other options. I'm using the Grasping Mail with the fractured minions have 60% chance to poison enemies on hit. It's not a poison build, but the poisons also kind of add up. They do quite a bit of damage. 43,000 poison DPS. This is without Amanamu's Gaze. The poison also works really well with the Wild Toxins. Wild Toxin is like, what is this? 40% more damage with hits, and it still increases the poison damage. So in the helmet I have raised Spectres level 21, mainly to increase, well, their survivability and level. Predator to be able to kind of control them and direct them. I tried with minion damage, but I think it makes them too squishy, and I didn't really get that much tankiness. I did get this one, and also minions get a lot of extra energy shield, and I am also using Flesh Offering instead of Bone Offering. Since I am not running Animate Guardian, I'm not too afraid of losing Spectres, and they shouldn't really be dying, because if you look at my Spectres, are they these Sandworm? Actually no, it's not Sandworm slaves, it's Sandworm chattels. I'm not sure where you can get them. I'm gonna add it on the screen. I'm gonna check PoEDB for that. But these are very tanky. Look at their HP, 103,000, and I don't have high level Spectres. I don't really have minion tankiness, and we also on top of that have 62,000 energy shield. So we shouldn't really be dying. But the Spectres damage isn't that great, but it is sort of enough to do the clearing. I do have quite good Abyss Jewels, and I think those Abyss Jewels are kind of carrying me. I took them from my previous Dancing Dervish build. They have 2 minion damage modifiers, like this one. Increase minion damage if you have used minion skill recently, plus flat minion physical damage quite a lot. I even have one with triple damage, like this one. Increase minion damage if you use minion skill recently, flat chaos, flat physical. This one is amazing, sadly no life. These jewels are kind of really good, but I crafted them myself. I'm not sure how much these jewels are carrying me. I did play without them for quite a long time, and it really wasn't looking that great, but I was still figuring out the rest of the setup. For defenses, by the way, I'm running Determination, Tempest Shield, Haste for speed, and also running the Surrenderer shield, and also have the Jinxed Juju, so 10% of the damage from hits is taken from my Spectres, which adds a bit, but it does not feel that great. The weapon could be better, the gloves could be better with a bit more damage. I do not have capped cold resistances, but overall the build feels kind of weird, because I don't know how to describe it. It feels like it shouldn't really be working, but the damage is definitely there, and the damage can be scaled quite a lot more. Like you could add Animate Guardian, you could add probably actually another Spectre, maybe using, I believe you need level 25 raised Spectres to get an additional Spectre. I believe you can also get +1 on the body armor. You don't necessarily need to worry about chance to poison that much. It's just mostly for the wild toxins. A replica Dragon's Fang's Flight Amulet for +3 Spectre gems could help you reach level 25 raid Spectres. And then you could use like a utility Spectre, something like Arena Master I believe. Maybe even 2 Spectres for like debuffing enemies or buffing allies, and then Animate Guardian could give you a lot more damage. Like everything combined, they could definitely do decent damage. But again, you cannot like manually summon them. You have to hit something to summon them, so it will have ramp up time. It works kind of well for the clear speed, but I don't know if I would recommend this for the clear speed. But then again, you don't need a 6th link if you can get Forbidden Shako like this. It's also hard to recommend because Forbidden Shako is like a very specific thing. If it's none on the market, it's not something you can go and create. And this is the only way to get a high level summon Phantasms. You could also get a decent high level with the Cane of Kulamak. I believe it's like +2 or +3 to support gems, but it's not gonna be as high level as with the Forbidden Shako. And besides, Empower does not raise level of Summon Phantasm support gem. I still have not figured out the next build. I wanted to do Rage Vortex of Berserking with the new Rage Helmet and Cast on Crit, so it would kind of automatically ramp up the Rage and sustain itself. But going through the doors, when you teleport briefly, you lose Rage Vortex and you would have to recast it, and I was thinking with the ambush, so I don't think that I want to do that again. It just wasn't pleasant playstyle. So again, I'm stuck not knowing what build to do next. So if you got some interesting build ideas, let me know in the comments below. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.